All right, with this question, we're asked to determine the equation of the function that's graphed. A couple sort of baseline things to go with. And there's numerous different answers that you could have here. So it says to give two alternatives, but there can be lots of them. Just because a trig graph, like these ones, is repetitive, like it keeps going over and over. Okay, so a couple base things. This would be a sine graph, okay, and it has a period of 2 pi. That's a normal sine graph. So I'm looking at this to say, how can I make that? The other thing is a cos graph looks like this. Goes down, comes back up, and it does that in 2 pi as well. And the amplitude of each is 1, so it goes up to 1 and down to a minus 1. Same thing here, 1 and minus 1. Okay, so I have to look to see what transformations have happened. Well, if I take a look at this graph, it almost looks like this one just flipped over. Oh, so it's flipped over. So instead of starting up high like this one, it's starting down low right there. So it's like this. So it sort of looks like that, but it's upside down. And there's an easy way to do that. I just throw a minus in front of it. So the black graph, this one, is y is equal to cos theta, or cos x, whatever. We'll say x. So the red one would be y is equal to negative cos x. Now the one that we have here, it looks like its amplitude is bigger than that. Like this is -1, this is -2. And so all I'd have to do then to make it like that, to start at -2 and go up to a +2. So if I wanted it to go like this, hey, that's a pretty picture. If I wanted to do like that, I would just have to put a 2 in front. So it'll have a negative and a 2 cos x. So that would be this graph right there. Okay, so that's one alternative. Another alternative is to say it's a sine graph that's just got pushed over to the right or to the left. Let me do this in green. So the sine graph starts here and goes up. This one, it looks like it's starting here and going up. So it's just has been moved over a touch, a little bit, and that's a phase shift. So the normal sine graph is y equals sine x. If I'm wanting to push it over a little bit, like how far is that being pushed over? It looks like this is pi, so this right there would be half a pi. That's pi, so this would be pi over 2. So it got pushed to the right, pi over 2. So I can write that as, let's use a different color. Let's go, purple, sure. So if I get pushed over a little bit here, then I'd go up, come back down, and go up. I'd still have a period of 2 pi. That's how long it would take to repeat itself. But I've been pushed over to the right a little bit. And so to do that, a phase shift, you put a bracket, and then you put an x, and you're being shifted over pi over 2. And since you're shifted over to the right, you put a minus there. So you could do that. But then this graph is double high, so that's the amplitude thing. So if I want to change the amplitude, let me pick a different color. I'm running out of colors. How about gray? You might not be able to see that. Gray. Yeah, I can see it. Anyway, I want to make it higher, so I want it to go up like that, come back down, and come back like that. So if I wanted to go higher, I just would have to put a 2 in front. So it'd be 2 sine x minus pi over 2. Now if you go into Desmos or your graphing calculator and you type that or you type that, they'll give you that exact graph. All right, hopefully that helps you with that trig graph transformation.